Hello, how are you doing? Today, in this episode of Learning English Through Stories, we're going to be reading Fire on the Mountain. This book is a level 2 story. That means it's really good for elementary and higher. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Sugang loses his home. Indonesia is a beautiful country. It has many islands. It is a hot country. Most people live on the island of Java. Java is a rich island, but too many people live there and life is not easy. Most people in Indonesia are farmers. They grow rice. They work very hard all the year. This story is about a farmer's son. His name was Sugang. Sugang means happy or safe, but Sugang's life was not always happy or safe. There were many people in Sugang's family. He had 5 brothers and 4 sisters, but one of his sisters died when she was only 2 months old. One of his brothers died when he fell from a tree. This is a picture of Sugang's family. Sugang's family lived near a mountain. This was a dangerous place because sometimes fire and rocks came down from the mountain. But the land was good, and there was a lot of water. Sugang was happy on the farm. He had a lot of work to do, but he liked his work. Because he was small and strong, he climbed coconut trees to get the coconuts. He took the cows to the river to wash them. Sugang liked the river very much. He rode on the back of one of his cows and swam in the river with them. Here is a picture of Sugang on the back of his cow. One night, just after the family went to bed, Sugang heard a loud noise. It was like the noise of thunder before the rain comes, but there was no wind. The noise came again. This time it was louder. Then his father cried, "It's the mountain! Quick, run to the river!" Sugang ran outside. In the dark, he could see the mountain. A river of fire was moving down the side of the mountain. Sugang could hear the rolling sound of the rocks when they came down the mountain. He could hear the noise of the trees as the fire burnt them. A river of fire was moving down the side of the mountain. All his family were watching. Sugang's father said, "Get some things from the house. We can't stay here. The fire will be here soon." Sugang ran to the house again. He put on his clothes. There was a lot of noise outside by now. People ran about and called to each other. It was very dark. Sugang felt afraid. He looked for his mother and father, but there was no one in the house. He went outside and called, "Father, Mother," but no one heard him. Sugang started to run. Most people ran down the side of the mountain, away from the river of fire. Sugang became more afraid. He could not see the road. He just ran. Several times he fell. When he was tired, he stopped. He could run no more. He lay down near a banana tree and he went to sleep. Chapter 2. Sugang goes to town. He woke up when the sun came up. He felt cold and hungry. He looked around him. Not far away there was a house. He looked at the mountain and he could see the fire. He could not go back there. It was too dangerous. Sugang walked to the house. It was quiet. He called, but there was no answer. The door was open. Sugang looked inside. He could not see anyone. Perhaps the people have run from the fire, too, he thought. Sugang had a drink, and he took some bananas. He started to walk. He came to a town as night fell. This was Sugang's first time in a town like this. This town was not big, but it seemed big to Sugang. At first he did not feel afraid. He liked the many lights and the noise of the town. In some of the shops, music played loudly. Along the street, people sold many different things: fruit, clothes, cups and glasses, food. When Sugang saw the food, he felt hungry. But he had no money. He stood near one of the food sellers. She was an old woman. The rice and the other food were in big black pots in front of her. Sugang stood and looked at the food. The old woman saw him. "What do you want?" she said. "I'm hungry. Do you have any money?" "No," Sugang answered. "Where do you come from?" "My home is near the mountain. I had to leave because the mountain was angry." "Where are your mother and father?" "I don't know. Perhaps they are dead." Sugang began to cry. "Here, sit down by me," said the old woman. She took a clean piece of banana leaf. She put some rice on it, and then some other food. "Eat this," she said. Sugang ate hungrily. Sugang sat and ate his food. The seller was busy with other people. Then she took her pots. She put them on her back and she left. All the other sellers left too. It was late. The streets were quiet. Some people lay down in front of closed shop doors. They were going to sleep. Sugang felt tired. He found a place and lay down. Sugang went to sleep quickly. In his village, he sometimes slept outside when the night was warm. Sugang woke when the sun came up. He was hungry and dirty. There was nowhere to wash. He went to look for his friend, the food seller, but she was not there. He walked slowly about. The street became busier. People on bicycles passed on their way to work. No one looked at Sugang. Shops opened. People cleaned in front of their shops. When Sugang stopped to look in one of the shops, the shopkeeper told him to go away. Sugang walked on. He felt hungrier. He saw some poor people. Some sat near the shops. When a person came out of the shop, they asked him for money. Sometimes they got some money. Sugang tried too, but no one gave him anything. He stood in front of the market. Still no one gave him any money. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his arm. He turned around. A boy stood there. "What are you doing here?" he said to Sugang. "This is our place." Some other boys moved around him. One of them pushed Sugang. "This is our place. You can't ask for money here." One of them pushed him again. "Take him away from here, Cardi," said one of the boys. This boy was older than the others. "Okay, Eddie," said Cardi. A big boy held Sugang's arm. Sugang was angry now. He pulled his arm away, and the fight started. Sugang was small, but he was strong. Cardi was strong too, but he was not strong enough. Soon, Cardi was on the ground with blood on his face. "That's enough," said Eddie. "What's your name?" "Sugang." "Do you want to work with us?" "Give me something to eat, and we can talk about it," said Sugang. All right, that's it for now. Check back for part 2. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more videos from me. Thanks for watching. Bye.